Welcome to Inspiring Minds, where captivating narratives fuel our aspirations for a better world. Join Anabel as she introduces extraordinary individuals whose stories motivate us to act for a world worth living in.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of We Empower. I'm thrilled to have you all with us today. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired. Let's make today count. In today's episode, we will have a great guest here to introduce. It's two. And first, we have the Green Sheikh. He is somebody very, very well known. From royal roots to global stewardship, he transformed privilege into purpose, uniting faith, wisdom, and action for our planet's future. Welcome. So today we journey with the Green Sheikh, a visionary leader with royal roots whose story begins in the aristocratic environment and rises into a global call for harmony between humanity and nature. Scholar, spiritual guide, and environmental advocate, he bridges tradition and innovation, showing how faith can fuel sustainability and how one heart can ignite a movement for the planet. Welcome, Green Sheikh.
Thank you, Anabel. Welcome and good morning.
I'm very happy to have you here. We had already a talk here in the radio show some months ago because you're not just a very much inspiring person who speaks to people, build things, but you are also an author with two very important books, I know, and with an ongoing presence about text and involving people into this picture of bringing together in a holistic way health and education and many things to make sure that we have a world worth living in.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Anabel. I know this is my honor to have this session second time with you. I'm always inspired with your talk, with your questions, with your insight out, and also to share with the followers, with people who can see us and can share with us. We're living in a very challenging world, and we don't need to use only one strategy. We have to use everything: the faith, the leadership, sustainability, culture, anything that we can put on the table to serve us and to serve others.
I like your words very much because this is often what we see in the world, that the people think there is just black or white. If they stand away from something, they move to another, and this is not a solution for us. As exactly what you describe, the solution is togetherness. The solution is also to look at the things not black and white, but also see the gray differences, the colorful matching in between, the diversity as something which gives us an innovation power. And people often think so much on boxes. This unboxing, what you describe, is exactly that, what you're doing and what the world needs more than ever.
Yes.
And looking into your life, I mean, I can't describe really because you're doing so many things to the world. So you are so powerful in what you do, so reflected and so full of wisdom. Can you take us back to your childhood? What are your earliest memories of nature, environment, but also togetherness?
You know, when you're a kid, you don't know where you're going. You still have no knowledge, no experience, nothing. Just you live with purity, no responsibility. Mom and dad tell you, do this, don't do that. So the teacher will tell you the same, So you have imagination. When you're a kid, have unlimited imagination. But teachers, parent, to limit that limitation because say they think, which is naturally, it's risk or danger, or they want to be in trouble. So they give you some boundaries. So, I remember there's the limit is they say sky. There's no even sky. The limit is they know no limit. So I remember the sand, the white sand in Ajman. When I was a kid, I loved to see the white sand, to touch the water. It's blue, pure, no pollution. At that time, it was like early 70s. No pollution, no much industries. I can see so crystal water, clear. As a kid, want to touch the water. I see the sky, blue skies, beautiful. The sand, so white. By the way, the Ajman sand, one of the best sand in the world. Many people from Germany and from Europe, from United States, from many countries come because of the sand. So pure and has a lot of power and energy. So that's the sand remained on my mind. Pure sand, white. The water is blue, reflecting of the sky. And this is one side. The other side, when my father go on a season training his falcons, he take me with the family to go to the desert to stay there for about 10 days in the desert and the camp and to see the golden sand, how we walk barefoot. So these things are very special because you're off grid from your normal life to natural life. And this is really something I won't forget forever.
I can imagine while you were telling these situations, I could jump into it, and I felt the sand getting through my fingers, being barefoot, standing barefoot on it, feeling this warmth of the sand, collecting even a kind of wisdom of these old things the sand has experienced over the couple of thousand years where it's there, and transporting a lot of hope that our nature is something we take care about, and we're not just stand on and use it, right? And I mean, having this very specific, very deep experiences you told me, I think it's a wonderful ground to build on. And I wished that many kids could have a similar experience, having this deep connection to the nature, where nature is not something where you have to be careful that the water will be poisoned or that the earth is full of bacteria, but this is something where you come from and where you go to, and that we are together, and only together with the nature we can master also master the future in a way that it stays human, right?
Beautiful. Yes, that's true.
Who were the role models or mentors in your early life who influenced your sense of purpose and compassion?
There were no exactly direct mentors, but there are like my parents, my mom, my dad, they have influenced me. They don't give me too much instructions, but when I am in trouble, they give you instructions. So they leave me alone, but they showed me. So they are a model. My mom, she's a big heart. She's a giver. She showed me how to give of your time, your heart, your ears, your hands, anything. And my dad is the same. Both are very unique. Everyone have a different role. And my dad left early when I was 24 from this life. But still, my mom, she's living here. She's the source of inspiration, is my mom. She is my heaven and earth. And she give me a lot of energy that every time you should give to others. I mean, give to others of your knowledge, behavior, character, attitude. Be a useful person to humanity. And that's giving is give me a lot of energy. When you give, you get not one, you get might be more than 10 or 20 or could be 100. So you feel fulfillment and contentment. That's you're a giver. You're an upper hand. And
This
this is
is
very special.
This is very wonderful, because I hear so many people which are saying, "Oh, if you do this, I give you this, or if you want this, you have to give me first." And then they often say to me, "Why are you giving without asking for money? Why are you giving without asking for this and that?" I say, "No, I'm sure that the word that somebody will give it back to me. We are living in a big circle of giving and getting. And if you follow the circle by giving first, then I'm sure that it comes back to you." And it is another, what you describe is so wise, because I think when we give first, we give as a kind of from our heart. And it's completely different as if we're putting a banknote next to it and limitizing then what we give, limitizing our gift to other people, and limitizing also how it could develop. Maybe it could develop into something really big, but having this price tag on it, we are limiting ourselves. So It is very wise and deep how you're doing this. And I really gratitude, or I'm really, um, I really enjoy how you say your connection to your mother is, because sometimes we, in the Western industries, we lost the contact to our family. We think that work or just fulfilling needs is that what is life, what is a life fulfilled with, and we forget about our roots. We forget about our epigenetics. We forget about our culture and these things which binds us and help us also in times where crisis is felt than joy, and where we would need family the same as to share joy, right?
True. We say without roots, there's no fruits.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you have such a deep spirituality. You are doing the things you do, and you combine it in a very wise manner with being a businessman too. Um, can you explain a little bit how you formed this, or how maybe also nature formed this?
It's
Uh,
it's not so easy to explain. It is time, experience, travel, engagement, failure, success, learning, teaching, moments of reflections. So it's a collective of of life. I cannot give you one formula. I cannot give you shortcut, but I can show you how I live. Very simple. Uh, be natural, you know, be with a pure intention, be natural, be a person of have that empathy. When you have empathy and gratitude, then you have the other third, which is generosity. The three, you will be a real mindful leader. And mindful leader, you don't need position, you need a purpose. When you
mm,
have a purpose, everything else will be so easy for you because it will open up. Because that's a purpose, you going with pure intention, wow, it will go like a light. But you have an agenda or you have no clear intention, believe me, you will short term succeed, but then you will have an obstacles somewhere. How?
mm. I completely agree with you. These are very wise words. And I mean, looking now more global, I mean, some people say they can't stand it. We have so many global issues, environmental issues, issues of crises where people fight against each other, trying to get away property, important oil, or some or special earth. Um, how is your fear? How is your idea on, or your ideas on that? What role can we play there, and how can we change this? How can we bring more peace in the world, getting away from these things of egoism and short short thinking?
I think selfish, number one. Two, greed. So we see many conflict, many people want to get the best of the others because they are not peaceful inside. So when we fix ourselves, respect ourselves, we aligned our mind, our thoughts, our what exactly we want. So the alignment of our life is will help. When people align to their faith, whatever faith you are, Muslim, Christian, Jews, Hindu, doesn't matter, but you have a faith. And faith will really align you because all the faith are universal values, which is respect, harmony, understanding. So why we don't understand others? Because we don't understand ourselves. First, we have to know who we are. We born in two times. I mean, two certain time on our life, which is date of birth. That's important day for all of us. But the most important when we realize why we born.
Hmm. This is this is something I think, or I hope many ask themselves and understand and more about themselves. And you are a kind of bridge builder also here. You're building bridges between elements where people think that can't be possible. For example, between traditional and modern sustainability, between the culture of fasting in your culture, but also bringing it to the idea of, yeah, longevity, which many people don't see. So you are building a lot of bridges. Is this in your genes? How do you get this combination, these connections where others are in their narrow thinking and in their boxes?
Sustainability is not new. Sustainability is already thousands of years in all different tradition. So when I see my grandmother, my mom, my ancestors, how they act, they do sustainable living. And take the best, even indigenous people, you see all around the people, they are sustainable living. They know what you want. They know how they can heal. They use what they can heal the earth and can heal the people. So those tradition is a treasure. Is it a treasure? We just want to leave them. We just use technology and we think the future. No, we cannot build the future without the treasure of history, without treasure of the past, because we brought the genes from them. We brought the history, the techniques, the know-how. And the secrets, there are many secrets. It's just we pretend to discover. It's already been discovered, but we don't use them, or we don't know how to use the pattern to active them.
Yeah, that's right. And hopefully there are more people than you who are doing it. So I'm very much looking forward to the next questions I have for you. So we started already talking about a few of that what brought you here and what is so difficult for others maybe to face or to walk the path. You worldwide and well known as the Green Sheikh. And can you share a story of your first major environmental project and what it taught you about people and perseverance?
As the Green Sheikh, it is not a title, it's not a position, it is a mission, and it is a lifetime mission. So many people come becoming ministers, CEOs, they have period of time and they go. At their mission, they go because they are being paid to do that. I'm not being paid. I'm doing this for something bigger than just salary or position. It's a mission for a human being, mission for the planet. And this is exactly the mission of the prophets. So I have, I'm not representing myself. I'm representing the whole planet, the whole species. If I ask you what is the population of this planet, you will say 8 billion, you will say 7.5 billion. Actually, it's not. It's infinity. There are species we don't know under the earth. There are species on the earth and the species on air. And we representing as a human being, we are zero, which is 0.01% of the population of other species. So we are very, very not minor, even a fraction. What I'm saying is we have to be with a purpose to take this as a Green Sheikh is not for me to build a capacity for young generation who can take the responsibility to be stewardship and take this whatever they faith on, whatever they believe on, doesn't matter. We're having one home. You from Germany or from England or from anywhere, you're a human being. You have exactly similar feeling, similar thoughts. We have a lot of common ground, more than 95% common ground. The 5% if we have differences, leave it alone. We're not interested to talk about this. Could be politics, could be talking about faith differences. I don't care. I care about this home. We need food, we need shelter, we need security, we need abundance to save. So to be a guardian of abundance, we need to move and shake people around in a good way.
This is very wise, and I know that from thinking about sustainability and going into action for sustainability, you founded also an academy because you know that education is a key also for the other generations to get them and introduce them from early age on, but of course also for the older ones. How have you used faith-based principles to inspire young people to take responsibility for our home, for this planet?
We are hungry for knowledge. We are hungry for food. We are hungry for excitement, but also we are hungry for our soul. The soul, if it's not filled with faith, it will be emptiness. And if the soul have emptiness, then you cannot fulfill your mission and this purpose in this life. So you need to fuel your soul with faith. I always remind myself and young people and the community, whenever I go, remember the 7 words of F. We call it F secrets or F power, whatever F. Number one, F is faith, and that faith is really fuel your soul. Number two is F, your family. Family, how they engage, the bonding, the heart, because they're sharing, enriching the heart. And the third is friends, enriching the journey with the friends, the positive friend who lift you, who are there with you in a good or in a bad situation, in crisis or in normal. They are always there with you, lift you, listen to you, they trust you. So find the positive friends. Then the fourth, serving fortuneless. Why fortuneless? Those people could be minorities, those people who have something you don't have. Go and listen to them. Give them some time of respect. Give them some time they can enjoy fully life with you. Even a smile, even a one word. They just don't need just food and shelter or money. They need your presence. That's the fourth. There are other three. We'll talk might be later.
Thank you so much. Yes, I think the people listening to us, they would love to know also on the 3 further ones. So maybe we can keep it to the end, right?
Possibly, yes.
Or otherwise, they should read one of your books or travel to the academy, of course. How do you approach engaging communities who may feel disconnected from environmental issues? I mean, we're facing a world where sometimes the elder don't know how to deal with these things and the word frightening them. So they only see the solution in keeping their children away from the nature because they think that water is full of bacteria and poison and no. And so how do you approach this communities? How can how can they get back this connection?
I think we need to amplify our message through social media, through engagement with community, because engagement in community means including everyone, the young ones, the elder one, the different culture, different faith, different colors, whatever. So we include everyone, and this is important. The other thing is storytelling. When you go, don't give direct instructions. Share with them your story, with emotional story. That's you've been struggled, that you've been challenged. They will find a solution through your story and they will be engaged, then you will be influenced and they will change.
That's really, really good. And I think a lot of people hopefully not only hear this, but also put this into action. And there's so much which is important to do this every moment, every second. You are somebody who grew up with a huge heritage. You come from a aristocratic family, and of course that means a kind of duty or task, honor, but it means a lot. And how do you balance your culture heritage with innovation when you're promoting sustainability?
I think simplicity, be humility, be back to your human being, bring the being to human, back to masterpiece. When you are masterpiece, you are aligned with simplicity. But when you see people are too much wealthy and they do something wrong, they are not aligned. When you see a person humble, very down to earth, close to people, you know this person is fully inside. You know this person have a lot of treasure inside. So the people who have treasure, they are slow, they are present. I mean, slow doesn't mean they are fast. Slow in mean being present. Slow, they look at you, they observe. Slow is not mean negative. Slow means they are with you. They're not with other person or with distracted. So That's mean a treasure I've seen. It's not about me. I've seen my father. I've seen my grandfather. They are on royalty, but they are not to be served. They serve. They're not to be served. They serve.
I like very much your words, and it brings me also to something that we often forget about that, or that a lot of people often forget about this, that they're already producing while somebody is talking, that they don't give this honor and break and free room to this person talking and just listening. And it would be much better and more honoring what the person says if you take a break, take the time, make the silence, use the silence for something which is more than that what you're creating. Then it is this sensitivity, it is this honoring somebody, and with empathy and with politeness, to take the break and focus on the other person.
True. Like, for example, you and I, when we met in Davos, we are fully engaged. Why you feeling, why you trusted me, why you connected me? Because we both are fully engaged. You've listened what I've said, I listened what you've said. We observed the connection, and then we aligned.
Exactly. And it was when we talked and I listened to your words, I built pictures in my head. I had imaginations which were so powerful that you knew from this moment that this stays what is there between us. And if we give other people the chance to build this, then greater connections could arise, and then maybe we have also more peace in the world, right?
True.
I mean, you bring so much to the word, from sustainability to eating in the right way, not eating in the right way, education. What does a better world looks for you? Also spiritually, socially. Um, can you describe it?
Again, it's a balance. It's not absolute balance. You cannot, impossible to do the absolute balance, but you can do a relative balance, which is, I can call it equilibrium. Sometimes little bits ups, sometimes it's a bit down, and tomorrow can compensate. So this balance or this equilibrium is a major cause of your fulfillment. You need what priorities? The family priorities, business priority. There are many attractions. Your plate is full. Okay, so always full. You need to empty your plates. You need to have a space. Everything full. Everybody come to me, Sheikh, I have a project. Everybody comes to me, I have a business. So if you allow everybody to come, then your plate going to crack or going to break. So you don't have to accept everything. You keep third of your plate empty for your enjoyment, for your fun, for your humor, for yourself. Don't give it to other people. Give it for yourself to reinvent, to rethink, to reflect, to enjoy fully life.
It's very wise, I'd say, because I think we normally try to fill a day. We try to fill everything we have instead of trying to see that the gaps are the more important sometimes, somehow. The breaks, the time you reflect and build up your inner wisdom by yourself, right? Um, so I think it is not easy for a lot of people to get out of their system, because the system means convenience for them. It is a hamster wheel, yes, but a hamster wheel they know, and it seems comfortable than taking a risk to found, to move, to do any new things which might fulfilling them much more, but they don't know, and this not knowing gives them a kind of hesitating and fear. And then it's getting more and more of this fear and not of this, hey, it could be great. Why is this in the world, and what could we do against this to bring more hope, more joy, more gamification, more playfulness into the world, instead this serious fear? And I mean, these feelings which gives people who want to play their patriarchal system in a way against people an easy game.
Yeah, we're in a crazy world, to be honest. And most people you mentioned that twice or three times, fear. Fear is a golden keyword. Fear is a positive if you use it wisely, and it is negative, we don't know how to use it. And I use it with a clear mind. Very important. When you're clear mind, clear intention, and you know exactly what you're going to do with confidence. So I use this formula. It's a golden formula. I will repeat it twice. When everything is clear, the fear will disappear. I will repeat. When everything is clear, the fear will disappear. I not teach to show young people because they have fear of failure. They have fear of success. They have fear of tomorrow. They have fear of AI. They have fear of the world, what's going on. They have fear of climate change. So listen, you have to be self-aware. Understand yourself, understand the knowledge, do the best you can do. Leave it to the hands of God. You cannot change, but God can control. You cannot control everything. What you can control is your temper, your inside, whatever, your discipline, your time. You can. But some other things, it's not in your hand, it is in God's hand.
Thank you very much for these words. And unfortunately, it brings us already to the end where I might get from you the 3 further F words with a description. Or do you want to share with us a few hacks?
Okay, how many seconds do we have?
Oh, we have, I think, 2 minutes.
Good. The last 3 F. The one F we already mentioned, fear. Don't let fear control you. You have to control fear. Fear should be there. You cannot eliminate fear. Fear should be in a certain percentage to awakening you, to give you risk management, to give you about cautious, or to be aware. So when the fear or when everything clear, the fear disappear, right? So this is a fear, how to be fearless, not eliminate, but to control. So that's now we are 5. Another 2, fasting. Fasting is the fuel of everything in your life. When you fast, you purify everything, your soul, your body, and your mind. And to understand people who even have no single of a glass of water or a bite of bread or a piece of bread, something. So you will understand. And also you're going to treat your cells to regenerate the new cells in your system with fasting. Fasting to bring everybody together. You have, when you break the fast, eat with family, eat with friends, share the food to the less fortunate people. Also bring, happiness and fulfillment to others. So this is very important, fasting. We have to do fasting. Whatever your tradition is, follow the fasting is eliminating what your desire. And that's to control, to be yourself. And the last F is your field. Use your field for your purpose. Use your field your dreams. Your field mean your profession, either engineering, psychology, business, whatever. Bring it to people for good, for the planet and for people.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the engaging discussion and for these inspiring insights you gave us. I look forward to our ongoing exchange and the impact we will continue to make.
Thank you, Anabel. Thank you very much. Thank you. We look forward to see you again.
Welcome to Inspiring Minds, where captivating narratives fuel our aspirations for a better world. Join Anabel as she introduces extraordinary individuals whose stories motivate us to act for a world worth living in.